Bad news is there's no one size fits all approach to this. I can't just tell you what to go do and that'll somehow fix you, because guess what? You're not broken. You just need to understand yourself. But here is what works for me. Do your research. If you've been diagnosed and been given a type, or what we call now a presentation, so hyperactive or inattentive or both, or if you're self-diagnosed, which is totally valid, the research you've done should indicate to you whereabouts you're sitting there. And just understand what that really means, because sometimes a lot of stereotypes, when you have a bit of time and you've read through this sort of stuff and you have an idea of what it means, then translate that into your life. So where do you see that turn up in your life? Regardless of where that is. So the most important places at home, when you're out and about, if there's sensory things that go on, work or school, and see how that translates into that world. So how do you see that show up? What it helps you do then is actually make some adjustments for yourself. So if you know that social situations are a triggering thing for you because of the noise or because of too many people or the lights or whatever, then there's certain places that you can then avoid. There's adjustments you can make, such as when you book in, just let them know. Sometimes we've had really great restaurants give us different tables, simple, or maybe as simple as just wearing your headphones and having places that let you order via the QR code on your table, so you don't even have to talk to anyone too much. Same for work. If you understand how you work and what you need to make you feel calm and safe, then you can communicate that better to people. So whether it's a colleague or your boss or a partner, then you're able to actually inform them, because they can't know what they don't know about you. Next part is a bit of routine. Now, I'm not one for like those planner routines, whatever. I don't stick to them if I write it down. But just some sort of vague, for me, routine works really well. I know I'm going to get up in the morning most days and I'll do some form of exercise. I say tentatively, whether it's just a walk around or a bike ride or something. And then I know after that, when I get back, I'm going to make the kids breakfast and then lunch, and then coffee, yada, yada, yada. And take my meds somewhere in there. I know, for instance, the last couple of days, my routine's been way off, and because we've got a sick kid at home, and it's really thrown me. Your treatment options, so if you're officially diagnosed, then you're offered things like medication. Don't feel shame in that. Don't just take stereotype opinions around what that'll do to you. Actually do your own research. Maybe trial them if that's for you. And some medications don't work for everyone. Some medications don't work for people at all. You're individual, so that result's going to be individual. Same with therapies. Talk therapy works for some people beautifully. Somatic therapy, what about moving your body? I don't know. Different things work for different people. Drink your water. Get one of these large ones. You're meant to have 2 to 3 litres a day. Fill him up, and then do this one when you're doom scrolling on here, or if you're at work doing something. I just sit this on my desk in front of my computer when I'm typing, and you can just go for it before you know you've done your 2 litres, 3 litres, whatever, and you're sweet. Especially if you're taking meds, because that can be a real issue, dehydration. On the topic of meds, I'm only talking about Vyvanse here specifically, because that's what I take, and this is definitely not medical advice. But make sure you're not having acidic foods or drinks an hour either side of taking your medication, because the acidity in your stomach level, if that's ordered too much, it actually affects how that is then, how that drug actually works through your body. So I sort of touched on this before with routine and the water, but definitely working on some sort of diet and exercise. And I'm not talking about an intense routine at the gym or cutting out all carbs. Definitely the opposite. Carbs are actually your best friend. Our brains in general run on them. Sugar runs our brains. I don't care what anyone says. Refined sugar, if it's white or if it's maple syrup, it's still refined sugar. Our body actually needs it. Don't cut them out. But just a balanced diet. If you've got safe foods that are accessible to you that you have, don't chuck them out. Keep going with them. Just try to add something to them that might give you a bit of a boost, whether it's some leafy greens or a bit more fruit, okay? It doesn't matter what it is. Exercise does not have to be at the gym. I hate the gym. I don't go. And I ride my dirty old mountain bike around the block in the morning, and maybe lift a kettlebell if I can, while I'm learning how to do those safely. And for you, it might be that you get your exercise doing some gardening, pushing the mower, walking the dog, whatever it is. It get overwhelming, just do something basic, and more than what you were doing is good anyway. And one last thing before I jump off here and let you go about your day is breathing. And that sounds funny, because I hope you're breathing. I hope everyone on here is breathing, but I mean some breathing exercises, and there's 2 main ones. So if you've been on here at all, you would have seen me talk about 4-7-8. So that's where you breathe in through your nose for a count of 4, and then you hold that breath for a count of 7, and then breathe out through your mouth for a count of 8. You do that 3 or 4 times, however many you need to, and that can really calm your body down. It is like magic. And the other one is what they call a physiological sigh. And so that one is where you breathe in through your nose and you sort of fill up your lungs totally, and do another sharp breath in on top of that, and then breathe out through your mouth, making a bit of a whoosh sound. That as well can really calm your body down, especially if you're feeling anxiety and all those things build up. Okay, those are just some things. There's heaps more out there. Other people might want to jump on here and chuck in their ideas. I've probably missed a lot. If you want to ask any more, keep asking. I don't mind. But look after yourself. Hope you're all good. And remember, it's a bit of a journey. It's never going away, your ADHD, so don't be looking for a cure. Just look for some adjustments that you can make and understanding. All right.